Hi guys, welcome back to Nardielda Gaming, and we are back in Eurotruck Simulator 2. Now I've made some changes again. I know we started a new profile on the last one, but I decided that I wanted to load Promods into this, sort of update the graphics a little bit and give ourselves a lot more area to explore. So this is what we've got now, as opposed to what we had before. And in order to get this going, I had to buy a couple of new expansions as well. Well, not new expansions, they've been out for quite some time, but they're just ones that I never actually got around to doing anything with. I never got into those areas, if you see what I mean. So here we are, here's our base in Dover. So you can see that the whole area now looks a lot more impressive than just the simple little routes we were driving before. So what we're going to do, we'll have a look in the quick job, see what we can find in there. I want to try and keep into England at the moment. The main reason being that I want to keep on the left hand side truck, but it looks like everything available at the moment is all... Oh, we got a quick Dover to London. We can do that. That's just 22 tons of empty pallets. What are we driving? A Scania 480 horsepower. Probably not the greatest, but we're going to go for that one anyway. We'll do that. That'll just be enough so we can have a look at this Promods and see exactly how it's looking. So let's fire her up. There we go. Now we can have a look down the side. Oh, we're in an enclosed trailer for this one. That's no bad. No problem rather. That's no bad. So there he is. That's what we're going to be driving for this one. Not a bad looking truck. Double axle on the back. I'm happy with that. So let's get the lights on and let's head off. So what have we got here? We 2 hours journey, so it's not going to take too long. Let's head out on the highway, as they say. Better just have a quick look on the map there, see where we need to go. So we're going to be going out of the entrance over there. Okay. Feels like quite a nice track. So I've just bought a Tobii eye tracker, but that's not going to be here till tomorrow. So hopefully that's going to make viewing a lot easier. Viewing out to the left and to the right. I can already see a vast improvement on the actual graphics. I mean, look at this. I don't even recall seeing any yellow lines anywhere before. Eddie Stobbard there. Time that just right. Doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic on the roads. Right, so 73 miles to London. This truck would be quite nice if it had a little bit more horsepower to it. It doesn't seem to like the hills much. So I got the cruise control on. Just keep it going with that for now. Nice and smooth. So I've been making a big decision on the channel. I've been sort of putting a lot of thought into this over the past sort of couple of weeks. I'm coming up to a year now. The 27th will be exactly a year since I started the channel, and I've been looking at what works and what doesn't. Now what doesn't work seems to be the more adventure focused games, things like Dying Light, The Last of Us, you know, these kind of things. People don't seem to like watching those as much as they do simulation and survival. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to forget about the bigger games, and I'm going to concentrate more on survival and sims. So there will be a little bit of a change to the channel. Won't be too big, because I mean most of the people that are watching my channel anyway are watching it for the simulation and for the survival, so that they won't be going anywhere. We'll keep doing those. Nearly missed that then. Yeah, so as I said, we'll keep doing those. Those are what we're going to concentrate on. So Eurotruck's probably going to be a big part of it, and also I'm probably going to bring Flight Simulator into it, because that's my main simulator that I haven't done on the channel at all yet, but I've got hundreds of hours in that, and I do that with the PMDG plane. So if you know flight sims, you know what PMDG is. Basically it's study level planes, and I do the 737, the 777. I used to do the 747, but PMDG haven't released that yet for Flight Sim 2020, but as soon as they do, that will be coming on it as well. So I will be adding some of that content onto it as well, see how that does. And I said I got this one as well. Might even put American Truck Simulator on as well, give that a go, because I've got that as well, but I haven't really played that much, to be honest. Most of what I've done has been Eurotruck Simulator. But you know, if people like it and they want to see more of it, then I'm quite happy to do it. So I'm going to be looking for a lot more simulator based games as well, which I've got a load on the computer that I've not done on the channel, because I didn't really know whether there would be the interest for them, but time will tell. Just try not to hit that police car. So anyway, in regards to what I'm doing with the channel, I'm hoping it's going to increase the viewership on the channel over the next year. Subscribers hasn't been too bad. I think I'm on about 230 now, which I don't think is that bad for a first year in it. So we just hope that we're going to improve it for the next year. Wow, this is really different. I like this. Yeah, this Promods certainly makes it look much more interesting. I mean, the base game, a lot of the areas you go into are very samey, but already I'm seeing a lot of stuff on here that looks so different. This is a really good mod. I said the only problem with this mod is the fact that when you actually install it, you've got to start a new game. It's not too much of a problem because I decided to do it right back at the beginning. Keep double hitting the... I was about 4 times in a row then, I just double hit the parking brake. Still getting used to the new wheel. Right, so we got 20 minutes left on this. He could have moved over. These roads definitely look a lot more like English roads now. So we're not going to earn too much money from this one, but you know, every little counts at the moment. I mean, these are only small journeys that we're doing. Just checking out my zoom there. Right, we're almost there, so we're going to need to get over on this side. Hopefully it won't be too long for me to get used to the reversing on this again. Nearly got all the way across. I need to try and find a decent traffic one for this that updates all the traffic to real world traffic. I don't know what difference Promods actually does to it, to be honest. I've got a couple of the ones I normally use installed, but whether Promods have got something better or not, I don't know. Right, so here's our destination, just here on the right. Oh, nice easy one. Now, I did like this truck. It's a shame that we're finished with it, really. There we go, so let's switch everything off. And drop the trailer. We've missed going up a level by 1 XP. Right, have we got any emails we need to look at? Need money, we can help. Brand new Mercedes-Benz for sale. Mercedes-Benz is the ones I put down as my favourite. That's the one I did most of my driving in. And we got used trucks as well. The bank will lend us money. 100,000. But I'm not going to go for that. Not just yet. So let's right, driver manager. We've only got me, so and there's my garage, which we don't have a truck or trailer. We've got no hired drivers yet, so it's all going to change in time. But let's have a look for another job, see what we can do. London to Swansea, that's 5,700, and that's in a Renault. 17 ton of sausages and a 380 horse. Right, so it's not going to be an amazing. Something's gone a little bit wrong here, hasn't it? We'll take the job and we'll just have a look, make sure that's right on the map. Yeah, there we go. It's right on the map. It just seems to be a bit funny on the job page. So we're going to be taking the M4, a motorway I've used a lot in my life, all the way up to Swansea, which no, this is weird. This is all out of position. I might have to see what the problem is with that, but hopefully it's working right on the actual map itself. So let's jump out and head on our way. Right, the entrance is directly ahead. That's always a good start. Right, another closed truck again. Let's see what this one is. Steady Eddie. There we go. Just get our thumbnail for the video. So that is an Eddie Stobbart trailer. It's all good. Right, let's head on out. Get on our way. So it's a 5-hour journey. It should be a nice enough journey, I think. I'll have to have a look on the troubleshooting to see what's causing that problem with the maps. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I realised I'd done that just at the wrong moment. Right, that's our first traffic offence. Won't be our last, I doubt. think I'm definitely going to have to get a traffic mod because there's not enough traffic. But you know, it's all things that we'll add to the game as we're going through. Keep your eye out for red lights, so we don't want any more fines when it comes to that. Keep out of the bus lane. It's going to be so much better when I get the eye tracker, because then I won't have to keep using the hat switch to look left and right. I did have an eye tracker quite some time ago. It wasn't one of the Toby ones, it was one of the cheaper makes. I can't remember what it was. It was alright, but it was one that you had to attach to a baseball cap, and I didn't really want to wear a baseball cap. So that's why I decided to spend out the extra bit and get a Toby this time. Not cheap, unfortunately, but it's all what I call an investment into the channel. The same with the wheel. It's cost me a phenomenal amount of money just recently, but you know, it's got to be done. I can't make my way on the channel unless I put something into it, and just putting time into it is not going to really work. You need to make investments as well. This scenery is really nice though. I'm so glad I did this. Come on, I gotta get over, dude. Is the car gonna let me come over? Obviously he wasn't gonna, but luckily I had the presence of mind to keep my eye on him. People on the road, shocking. I've driven in and around London. I've driven a small lorry around London, and it really does remind me of how it looks, to be honest. They've done a good job with the scenery. No complaints from me, apart from on the map. But I'm sure there's just something I need to do on there. Could well be a setting I haven't set right, or maybe the mods are in the wrong load order. We'll soon find out. Right, looks like we're coming out of the city now. Plane coming into Heathrow over there. The guys at Promods, they must have spent absolutely hours and hours and hours on this. Going so slow. So I'm not really sure how long to make these videos for Eurotruck. It's a bit of a difficult one. I mean, a lot of my bigger games I was doing for like 2.5 hours, stuff like that. Which, to be honest, I don't really want to do that anymore unless it's a game that's getting views. So I'm thinking I may sort of keep the videos down to about an hour. And if they're only short little runs that I'm doing, you know, half an hour, something like that. I don't think I've got any videos on here that are under an hour long, which I didn't really want to have anything under that. But if that's the way it is, then, you know, that's the way it's going to be. Hours 42 minutes left. So once I got back in the swing of things with this, though, I'm going to be doing a lot up on the continent and that, doing the longer runs. I'll probably do some special loads as well. I've done a couple of those. They can be quite slow, but the money you can make from them is awesome. This truck's doing really well with this. I'm quite impressed with this one. So just in case you're unaware, all trucks and that in England are limited to 56 mile an hour. So the only time they're going to go faster is when they're freewheeling. So that's why I always chuck the cruise control on at 56 and then just let it go from there by itself. I don't know what the speed limits are on the continent, but no doubt we will find out. either way, we're only going to be, if we're using English trucks, we're only going to be doing 56 mile an hour. I can tell you now though, that is quite frustrating when you're trying to overtake something. If they're doing like 54 mile an hour and then you try and overtake them and you can only get up to 56, then it takes you absolutely ages to get past them. So that's why when I was driving I tended not to bother trying to overtake anything. Just end up frustrating everybody else on the road, especially those in the middle lane. I mean, to be honest, it's annoyed me a few times in the past being sat in a car behind a lorry on the middle lane, even though I've been there myself, you know. So with all the blue signs and that everywhere, it's really got a motorway feel to it now. See, all these ones have slowed me down now, but I need to get over. I can't be in that lane. This is where all the drivers are going to be so frustrated with me. Signpost now for Wales. Bit of rain coming down. I've got the brutal weather mod installed in this, so we can see how that's going to play out. Miles to go. We're now in Wales. I think I've only been to Wales probably about 2 times in my life, even though it's not far from where I live. In fact, I've been to Scotland more times than I've been to Wales. And Scotland is probably about 6.5, 7 hour journey from where I live. just behind me braked a bit hard then, I think. Is a mod on this as well where you can actually drive the coaches as well. So just 40 miles left, under an hour. I like the effect of the water spraying that behind the other vehicles. It's quite good. I think that's the brutal weather that does that. Sorry for my accent there. Brutal weather. Right, so we're right down near Swansea at the moment, so we're going through okay, right. Yeah, I just wanted to have a look at Swansea a minute, just see what it was looking like. Just see if there was any changes that have been made to it on the Promods. Not been a bad journey down here, to be honest. No problems on the roads or anything that I saw. So our sausages are nearly at their destination. That is a lot of sausages. So I wonder what we're going to be presented with upon parking in this place. I don't want anything too difficult at the moment, not till I get used to actually moving these things again. I think I'm going to need to be over this side. Come on, drop back. You shit. Mention him driving up on the inside of me like that. Bit annoying, but hey ho. I'm a bit confused why I'm delivering 22 ton of sausages to Lidl. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Alright, looks like there's too much of a slope there. Let's see if we can take a bit of a run at it. There we go. Damn, I need to reverse into that. Oh, did I hit that? I must have hit that. I didn't feel nothing. We don't need to worry about that. Right. Now how am I going to get this to go where I want it to? because I need to reverse it down there, but I'm probably not going to get it around these cars. Well, I probably could. If I go right at the end there at a bit of an angle. The only problem is I've got hardly any view of it. Just want to make sure that I can get around there. I'm getting my angles wrong now. Damn. Need to turn it a lot sharper than that. Going in very blind. See, I should be able to see it a lot better now. I should have turned it right round to start off with, to be honest. Right, so I should be aimed up quite nicely to get around that corner now. Just got to keep it tight to that building there. Might hit up on something. Just let it go out a little bit, and then we can bring it back round. Oh, I'm very tight there. Right, let's bring it back in and get ourselves out a little bit. That's better. Let's just ignore that. We don't need to know anything about that. Even though I'm making a hash of this, I am enjoying it. Oh. Don't worry about that. That's a completely different car. That was outside the parking bay. That was in one of the houses nearby. I think I'm going up over a curb or something. Now, to be honest, I could cut a lot of that out and then just let you see the good bits, but I'm not going to do that because it's going to be like a journey that we go through to actually learn what we're doing and enjoying the mistakes while we get back into it again. Yeah, see, 'cause that was quite a high curb there, so blimey, I moved that car out of the way a bit, didn't I? Yeah, so I'm going to keep with the difficult manoeuvres because it's all part of it. Haven't damaged anything apart from that car in front. So, you know, I'm happy enough with that. So let's drop it down and... my steering's off kilter. That's better. So we'll have a look out. Wasn't too bad. So how far away were we from the actual docking bay? Not that far at all. Happy enough with that. Right, so let's drop the truck. Or drop the trailer. Excellent. Right, so we got a skill point, so we're going to put it in the high value cargo. So as I explained before, that's the way I always do it, the high value cargo first and the ADR, and maybe a little bit in long distance, but you can earn some decent money by getting these high value cargoes up. Same with fragile cargo as well. Just in time deliveries, I don't do those. Because the thing is with those, you end up having to speed in order to get them done, and that's not what I'm trying to do with the simulator, to be honest. Eco driving, not really worried about that either. So yeah, I mean, this one, this one, this one, then this one. That's the way I do it. So let's apply that. I think we had an email. Drivers with own equipment needed. It's no good to me. I don't have my own equipment just yet. Right, so there we have it. I think what we're going to do, we will leave it at that point. I think that's a good point as any. And then I can think about my reversing habits and knocking cars out of the way. But I promise you, I will get back to the level that I was at before. And we won't be doing that kind of thing. Yeah, right. So if you want to join me for another one, remember to like and subscribe to the channel and all that jazz. And I will see you on the flip side. I'll catch you all later.